Okay, guys, I just wanted to make a quick video about what type of knives do I use. Do I use stainless steel or carbon steel, blue steel, whatever, right? I think that's the only three, but either way, okay? So this is what I prefer. I've used them all right? Now, my favorite is these cheap little, I think they're called QLT by Marshalltown. I love the handle because it's so short. Okay, so I don't have a whole lot of handles sticking out of here. It just feels comfortable in my hand. It's whatever's comfortable for you, right? But I like for the knives, and this is a 5 inch, and the one I like is the Richards or Richard whatever, but it's the one with the squared off end. So hold on, I could get my floor scraper. I'll show you the difference. Okay, so see the difference? This is just a cheap little home hardware, and I don't like this butt end of this knife. It just doesn't push in screws as nice as this one. It's flat. It works better for a hammer, for screws, or pushing in the screws. So again, for knives, and I have a 10-inch one just like this. This is the 5-inch, 8. This is an 8, and I have a 10. That's it. 5, 8, 10. That's all I use. I don't even bring any other size to my job unless I need a 3-inch or a 2-inch to get around a casing. Then I just use one of those plastic knives and I just cut it with a pair of snips so it could fit anywhere. And you could buy them in a 4-inch and just cut it with a pair of snips to fit. So I'll carry a couple plastic knives with me if I really need to. But on a big job with no doors, you don't need to worry. 5-inch, good for everything. I can do my screws with a 5-inch all the way, everything. Coat my angles with a 5-inch. Just feather the edge tighter and it turns into a 4-inch knife, right? But for trowels, okay? For trowels, these are the trowels that I use for the whole job, okay? Unless I have a bulkhead which is about 20 inches wide, then I will use a straight edge, or I have a 20-inch trowel, but it's only 4 inches wide. I want to get a skimming blade, like a 24 or a 32. But to be honest, I can do 100% of the job with just, this is a 13 by 5 Marshalltown stainless steel trowel. Okay, this is my flat trowel. This is what I use to skim at the very end. I want it flat. Okay, but for my first coat, I use this, my 12 by 4.5 or 4 3/4. I'm not sure. Actually, we could check right now. It's pretty close. I will guess that's a 1/2 inch difference. So this is a 4.5 and this is a 5. I know this is a 5, so this is a 4.5 by a 12. That's right. So 12, see, you can tell the difference. Okay. It's only an inch smaller. And the reason why I don't go up to a 14 or a 16 or 18 is because it's so big, you always end up hitting your hand when you're wiping on the hawk, right? When you're wiping on the hawk, the tip of the trowel hits your hand or the handle. It's just too long for nothing. This 12 and this 13 is the exact size of the hawk. 13 inches is the standard size for a hawk. Now, why do I like stainless steel for only my trowels? Well, first of all, they never rust. That's a bonus. And they're more flexible. I find the stainless steel is more flexible and it's smooth on the drywall. So when I'm using my trowel, it just glides on the wall, easy peasy, never rusts. Clean it, no problem. Doesn't leave a rust stain on my wall. And again, with the knives, they're so cheap that I'll just buy a new one, no big deal. The trowels, on the other hand, they're $80, $100 for a good trowel, right? So yeah, buy stainless. But the knives, shoot them over your shoulder, buy a new one, big deal. That's why I like the stiffness of the steel knife, because all my stainless knives, if I drop that knife once, even on a wood floor, that knife, the corner, bent. Garbage. Or you hit a screw, or it nicks so easily that I'm sanding that knife every day, the stainless one. And then what happens is, oh yeah, it's stainless, right? So you could just shoot it in a bucket of water. Then what happens? You go to look for it the next morning and you cut your finger because you didn't know that it was standing up, or, you know, the corner. Ow! So I got used to steel knives. I'd never put them in the water, never. I just give them a quick scrape. If they're really dirty, I'll take my brush, brush them really quick, and scrape them off a little bit, dry them, done. That's it. And that's only if they're really dirty. Just scrape them dry. That's all you need. If there's still a little bit of mud on there, as soon as you start using it, it'll soften it up and you can clean it even better in 5 minutes. All right, guys? So that was just my opinion on stainless, carbon steel, blue steel. Which one do you like? Leave it in the comments below. I'll be glad to talk to you about it. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.